All right. If I have a few minutes, I want to share with you certain things that it would take to recognize certain moments in your life. There are certain moments that time and chance will bring upon you that will cause you to rise to certain occasions. There are moments we call defining moments. Now, defining moments are those moments in time where things will come upon you to pull on the character that is in you. And when you understand defining moments, you can look back over your life and you can see some of those moments where you may have succeeded and you may have actually failed at. But the reality is, we're trying to get you to a place where you can recognize some of those moments. There are about 7 moments that define you. There are one of those moments I would like to call is the victimization moment. In moments where you're victimized, where things have happened to you, where things have fallen in your lap, and you have been the victim. You've been the victim of a death in the family. You've been the victim of poor credit. You've been the victim of friends turning their back on you. You've been the victim of bad relationships. But one thing about being victimized, you can't stay in that place of being the victim. You have to understand and recognize there are some lessons to be learned in being victimized. But I'm not going to be long. I just want to test this out to see how this all works out. There is a moment called the victorious moment. In your life, there are going to be moments where you win. There are going to be moments where you overcome. There are going to be moments where things have happened and it seemed as if everything was against you, but you pressed on anyway. You pressed through the storm. You pressed through the abandonment. You pressed through the abuse. You've pressed through the heartaches and you've pressed through the hardships. And once you've arrived, you've made it to that place called victory. But understand those victorious moments don't last as long as they should. But it's up to you to remember that when you have those victorious moments, you carry them with you. So no matter what pinnacle or place you are in your life, you always have the victory, because you can think back to some time when you should have pulled the trigger, but you didn't. You should have thrown the towel, but you kept fighting. You should have pulled to the side of the road, but you kept running. So I want to encourage you at this very point, regardless of what they've said about you, regardless of what has happened, you are more than a conqueror. You are more than any circumstance. You are more than any situation. Why? Because you have the breath of the Almighty in you. And if He has the power to create, so do you. If He has the power to push through darkness and see light, so do you. So I stopped by to tell you on my way to somewhere that you're great. You are more than anything you could ever imagine. So stay encouraged, stay positive, and stay up. And I'm done.